Alright guys, good morning. I'm back for another video, and this time I'm going to be doing a reaction and a response to our latest Pretendo, Doctre81. Doctre81, this dude, his channel has absolutely sucked for a while now. He's been talking about nothing but third-party games. So it just makes me wonder, like, is this guy even really a Nintendo fan anymore? When you have awesome games like Kirby Air Riders, that's gonna be like the best freaking game to play. Not just in the year of 2025 for the Nintendo Switch, but it's gonna be the best game to play, period. Out of any console, and probably in the next like 5 years. Because that looks like it's, I mean, I've already played that game. I played the demo for like about 2 hours, and it was awesome. It was an awesome freaking game, and yet this guy, he's just over here talking about third-party slop like Assassin's Creed Shadows and stuff like that. But I'm going to be responding to this latest video from him, which is a video where he's telling people to boycott that Pokopia game. Now, that Pokopia game, that's that Pokemon farming simulator. So not a game I was interested in, I'll be honest. It's not something that I'm going to be playing at all whatsoever. But at the same time, I'm not hating on the game. It doesn't piss me off or anything. Same with like Pokemon Legends ZA. Like, I saw it and I was just like, yeah, that doesn't appeal to me at all. I hadn't played a Pokemon game since I was, I would say, 8 years old, and that was on the Game Boy Advance SD. And it was fun when I was playing it. It was a lot of fun, and I was always playing that like after elementary school. I think sometimes I played it during school as well when I wasn't supposed to, but besides that, I have not really been big on Pokemon. So I'm not a Pokemon fan, and I could care less about it or whatever, but I know the game's probably going to do very well. Pokemon fans are probably going to buy it. But, you know, Doctre81, he's over here telling people to boycott the game because it's on a game key card and it costs $70 and it has no right to be $70, some bullshit. So let's just listen to what this crybaby's got to say real quick.
Seen the controversy that the Nintendo Switch 2 has had when it comes to pricing, even though prices across the board on everything has just been very high, just across the board, just in life. But controversy with the Nintendo Switch 2 in terms of price and also in terms of the game key cards. But the difference with that is, a lot of these game key cards, most in fact, are game key cards for a reason. Whether the file size is huge, or like several developers have pointed out, where the game would run a lot slower or not possible at all at the current speed of these cards to run on the Switch 2, meaning that some of these games wouldn't even be on Switch 2 if they had to rely on the read speed of Switch 2's physical cards, which is still faster, a lot faster than the original Switches, but not quite up to snuff compared to, say, the read speeds and things on the games, the physical games on other systems that these games are being ported from and designed for. Well, this one here takes the cake. And if there was anything Switch 2 to boycott, it would be this here. This is what needs to be boycotted.
All right, first of all, I could name several other games that need to be boycotted on the Switch 2. How about that stupid Sonic racing game that's like $70? That's an overpriced game. It's a shitty racing game, and you know, the Sonic team or whatever, they had the audacity to run their mouth and talk a bunch of shit about Mario Kart. So basically, you know, they were just jumping on the bandwagon and trying to appeal to all of the internet losers who hate on Nintendo. So that's a game that should be boycotted, especially with that ridiculous $90 deluxe version that only gives you like a few extra characters or whatever. So where was your video crying about that, Doctre? Where was your video talking about that stupid Sonic racing game and how people were being hypocrites for liking that game after shitting on Mario Kart World. I like to see that video. But you know, there's that game. I'm gonna name a few other games that should be boycotted, but apparently, according to lame ass Doctre81, the third-party gamer, previously Nintendo enthusiast, now he's just like a third-party enthusiast. This guy, he thinks this is the only like game that needs to be boycotted. Let's continue.
So we just found out that Pokemon Pokopia will not only be $70, but will also be a game key.
Oh no, it's a game key.
Marks the first time that a game key game is actually published by Nintendo.
Oh no.
So Nintendo is not the developer behind this game, but they are publishing the game.
Oh my goodness.
Now, this game is being developed by Tecmo with supervision by Game Freak. But the game is still going to be a game key. And there's really no reason for this game to, one, be a game key, or definitely be $70. So
you just said it's being developed not by Nintendo, it's being developed by Game Freak and Tecmo. So, yeah, kind of makes a little bit sense that it's going to be a game key card when it's not Nintendo developing the game themselves. Yeah, they're publishing it, but they're not the ones actually developing the game.
You've seen in the past that most games that have been game keys on the Nintendo Switch 2 have, even though they've been game keys and even though they've been some of the best looking games on the system, they still haven't been $70. Like we've seen, like Star Wars Outlaws, that game still wasn't $70.
Probably because that game is trash and they just didn't have much faith in it selling well. There's a lot of people who don't really care about that game. They said it was very mediocre. It's from Ubisoft and everybody hates Ubisoft except for you left-wing dumbasses. So maybe that's the reason why.
It was $60. Even though that gold version of the game was $70 on other systems. So
yeah, because they probably didn't have faith in the game doing that well to begin with. So they're like, let's just make it cheaper.
These game key games have, for the most part, been cheaper than a regular price game due to them being game keys. And this cell phone looking game has the nerve to not only be $70 in full price, but to also be a game key. And there's literally no reason for this game to be a game key, because by Nintendo's own software page, this game is only 10 gigs. It's only 10 gigs.
Look at that
and
dumbass.
Nintendo is the publisher.
Ice Cube's a fucking dumbass, so that makes me hate the video even more. But yeah, he's over here just crying, saying there's no reason for this game to be $70. God, there is a reason. It's a Pokemon game. That's why. And they always sell well. That is literally the reason. That's the reason why Mario Kart World is $80, because the last Mario Kart game sold 70 million copies. And in fact, I think it sold 77 million copies, because some people are saying that, you know, if you count the digital sales, it adds up to 77 million. And that's why the newest and greatest version of Mario Kart is $80. Pokopia or whatever, yeah, so what? It only has, 10 gigabytes of storage. So what if it's a game key card? So what if, it's not visually impressive? It's a Pokemon game and it's gonna sell well. So that's why it's $70.
There is zero reason for this game to be a game key or $70. Now, I know there's a lot of big Pokemon fans out there that will buy anything.
By the way, I just gotta say, this guy's editing is so trash and outdated.
Pokemon, but I'm telling you, don't buy this game.
Don't buy this game, he says.
This is pretty much an intelligence test. If you buy this game at $70, if you buy this cell phone looking, actually worse than cell, like this it's not even really up to snuff with today's cell phone games.
How do you know that? Do you play cell phone games, Doctre? I bet you probably do, because all you care about is like third-party games. You're so fucking lame these days. Like, Nintendo's giving us all of these awesome first-party games, and you're just over here like talking about stupid third-party slop and, you know, glazing over these third-party games, most of which have already come out. Games that are like more than a year old, and you're just like, this third-party game's coming to Nintendo, and it's like, okay, cool. Who cares? But of course, you know, he wants us to boycott this game for all of the stupid reasons he named. You know what's a game that needs to be boycotted on the Switch 2, Doctre81? How about that dumbass Assassin's Creed Shadows game that you were glazing not too long ago? About 2 weeks ago you were glazing. That's a game that needs to be boycotted. That piece of shit game, which didn't do well at all, it's the reason that Ubisoft is in financial turmoil. People didn't want that piece of shit game. It disrespected Japanese culture, disrespected Japanese people by having you play as this African American guy who's just killing a bunch of Japanese people. And it's like, who the fuck is this person? Like, why couldn't they just give us like a real legendary samurai, like a real one, not one from some bullshit made up book or whatever about some guy named Yasuke, who, if you actually do some research, you'll find out that he was nothing but a servant for some rich Japanese dude. But they decided to do, you know, a little bit of revisionist history. They want to pander to people like you know, Doctre81. He's the kind of dumbass that doesn't, you know, change the battery in his fire alarm. So it completely makes sense why he's glazing a stupid game like Assassin's Creed Shadows. But you know what? That's a game that Nintendo fans need to avoid like the plague. Don't buy Assassin's Creed Shadows. You should buy Pokopia over this game. All right? I don't give a shit if it's a game key card and it costs $70. I'm not a Pokemon fan. I'm not gonna get it. But if I had to choose between getting that, like paying $70 for that, over just playing a free demo of Assassin's Creed Shadows, I'm gonna freaking pay for the Pokopia game. You better believe that. And he's over here like, oh, Assassin's Creed Shadows confirmed for the Switch 2, you know, and it's like, who cares? Like, so many people hated on that piece of shit game, except for you few dumbass liberals and Democrats. You're the only ones who are pretending this game is something to be excited for, and it's not. So, yeah, it just goes to show you, Doctre81, you know, he's just really not really a Nintendo fan anymore. I mean, he's really slowly becoming just a Pretendo. Like, he owns the system, so he's just gonna keep on, you know, rooting for them, but he only cares about third-party games coming over, and that's it. That's all he really freaking cares about. Dude has not, I don't think he's made, let's just scroll down his YouTube channel. So here's this Assassin's Creed Shadows game, right? The real reason your Switch 2 videos are down. Yeah, this dude's videos, his views are down. Okay, he's like on the road to how many subscribers? He's on the road to 20. He has 11,000, but you know, he's not really getting that many views, and you can see why. His shit is just outdated. All he wants to talk about is third-party games. All right, here's the Mario Galaxy movie, Grand Theft Auto, and how it bought Nintendo time. Hello Neighbor 3 coming to Switch 2. I don't know what that is. But obviously, it is an indie game or some type of third-party game, and he's just like, it's coming to Switch 2. Like, who cares? Resident Evil Generations. And again, more third-party stuff. Digital Foundry is dead, silent on the Switch 2 version of AC Shadows. Again, who the hell cares about AC Shadows? He's acting like AC Shadows is like, it's like definitive proof of how powerful the Switch 2 is. You know, you want to know what's definitive proof that the Switch 2 is powerful? Go look at Cyberpunk 2077. A game that ran like complete shit on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, that game. And you see how visually impressive it is for the Switch 2. That's a third-party game I'm gonna promote for you guys. You want a third-party game for your Switch 2? Cyberpunk 2077 will be the best game. And you know what? I just played it last night. I hadn't played it in a while because I was playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, Super Mario Galaxy. I played the Kirby Air Riders demo that just came out not too long ago. And once that game comes out, that's going to be my main game that I'll play for the rest of the year. I'll also be getting Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, if you want a really awesome third-party game for your Nintendo Switch 2, Cyberpunk 2077 is literally the best game. That is the best game to get. And it's on the cartridge. It's not on the game key. So there you go. Let's see. Halo officially coming to PS5. What the fuck does that even have to do with Nintendo? So he's over here glazing PlayStation now. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Switch 2 confirmed. Yeah, we saw that. Stellar Blade Switch 2 port update. Stellar Blade, that's that game that, you know, that PlayStation money hatted so it could stay on their system or whatever, but I guess now it's going to be going to the Switch. Don't really care. Red Dead 2, Switch 2 being downplayed by Digital Foundry. Oh, okay. Digital Foundry does suck, by the way. Fuck them guys. Switch 2 will be the worst game console to own in 2026. This is like just a clickbait video where he kind of trolls people or whatever. It's not really him attacking the Switch 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 Switch 2 announcement any day now? Question mark. Like, again, who the fuck cares, bro? Who cares? Just over here worrying about damn third party. All right, here's one. Super Mario Galaxy. Why didn't Nintendo undersell Mario Galaxy Collection? I don't think they undersold it or whatever. Like this video, I think he was talking about how they didn't point out the graphical update or whatever, which it really wasn't much and it wasn't even worth talking about, but who cares? Is Xbox being purposely sabotaged? The answer is yes. Where were the Nintendo price warriors when this game dropped? Whatever. As you can see, most of it is just third-party shit. Avatar Frontiers of Pantora Switch 2 version soon. Again, more third-party bullshit. Developer gives you Unreal Engine 5 advice for Switch 2. So, yeah, this guy clearly only cares about third-party games. Nothing about Kirby Air Riders, the best freaking game right now, the most fun game. I don't know how you could not be interested in that, especially if you played games like Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart. I mean, I would think he would have made some videos by now about that, but no, he only cares about third-party trash, and one of those being that stupid-ass Assassin's Creed Shadows game. Don't buy Assassin's Creed Shadows. Do not buy it. That's a piece of shit game that shits on Japanese culture, disrespects Japanese people. It's garbage. It's got transvestites. It's got like this, like these men who are like trying to look and talk like women or whatever, and you can engage in like a disgusting relationship with them. Don't play this. Don't play this garbage, all right? It's trash. It's LBGT, BLM, stupid ass garbage. It's propaganda. It's trash. There's a reason people didn't buy it. There's a reason Nintendo's not even really promoting the damn game. I mean, Nintendo dropped this, they dropped this announcement for this game the same day that they gave us the second presentation of the Kirby Air Riders. And it's almost like they just did that so the game would just be overshadowed by the far superior game in Kirby Air Riders. That's what I think they did. They were just like, yeah, we're not really going to promote this game that much. They shouldn't have even allowed it to come to the system, but regardless, they didn't really promote the game much. They're not really trying to get people high on it. They also like announced Fallout 4 on the very same day, like right afterwards, and that video got way more views than the Assassin's Creed Shadows game. If I had to get a freaking third-party game, another one, I would get Fallout 4 again. Even though I played it on my Xbox One, I would get that game again for the Switch 2 instead of this bullshit Assassin's Creed Shadows game. So anyways, hopefully this game, Assassin's Creed Shadow, flops. Pokopia, I don't think it's gonna flop. I think it's gonna sell very well, and people are gonna cry like they always freaking do, but it's just funny to see this, this supposed Nintendo enthusiast telling people to boycott that game while glazing a piece of shit like a AC Shadows. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below about all of this, and I will talk to you later. See ya.